Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to my power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone that rule well and taught us His truth, and are still teaching on the highways and byways with truth and sincerity, and that's wonderful double honors to you. I want to say shalom, and shalom to the hopeful elect, scattered on the four corners of the earth. That's also praising the names of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shah. To you, I want to say shalom. Salaki. It's your brother Nakar, coming back with another edifying lesson. Lord willing, as it is, be it exalted. And first, I want to say fair use, fair use. This is the 1976 Act. It's just for educational purposes only. I do not get paid for none of these videos. It's only for educational purpose only. All right, fair use, fair use. So you got this video right here. I listened to a little bit of it, but you see, U.S. drops 5,000 bombs near Straits of Hormuz or Hamas, and yeah, we just want to let the spirit flow on this one, as usual on all our videos. But I also want to touch on I think it was. Let me find it. I can't remember. It was either. It probably News and Proverbs. No, it was the Boots on the Ground, Gas, the Straits of Hamas. That video, I also put in how Iran is only allowing China boats go through the Straits of Hamas, and the USA boats and Israel boats are being blown up. You see what I'm saying? Trying to go through there. I'm pretty sure it might pop up, but just go check out that video. So we're gonna touch on that too. We're gonna ask basically, see it's a video right here. Shows how moves the text intensify. But the key thing is the reason why I want to bring that up because Babylon the Great asked France, I believe, and another state to help bomb the Straits of Hormuz so they get through, and then they saying no. So it's interesting. So let's go ahead and play this video and, get some scriptures and see how the Spirit takes us.
We're going to be joined by retired Marine Intelligence Officer Hal Kemper in a moment. Before that, let's track the latest on the war in the Middle East with Fox's Aisha Hasni.
I think NATO's making a very foolish mistake. This was a great test because we don't need them, but they should have been there.
President Trump slamming NATO while hosting the Irish Prime Minister in the Oval Office today, who at one point defended British Prime Minister Keir Starmer.
Keir is not Winston Churchill.
Keir Starmer has done a lot to reset the Irish-British relationship, but I do believe that he's a very earnest, sound person who I think you have a capacity to get on with.
The White House also battling internal pushback on the Iran strikes. Today, the director of the National...
Now, we know NATO, it is, it's their little alliance, but you see how a lot of them, they're not coming together, which is beautiful, because it says that at the end of the day, all her allies should turn on the great whore, because we know NATO is part of the beast system. You see what I'm saying? So, that's beautiful how, they going into that. Let's get a scripture. Let's get Obadiah 1-7. Because I already had it pulled up, but we'll get the NLT version. So that's the main thing. How we know that this place is going to be destroyed because they're going to turn on her. Obadiah 1-7. All your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted fans will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. And that's what they're doing against Babylon the Great. or people they're teaming up to take down, because this damn place is prideful. Their military might, their weaponry. You see what I'm saying? So now he's talking about leaving out of NATO, which that's not gonna happen. But now you ask for help from your allies. Your allies don't want to get involved in this war. Because I think it was the France were like, we will ask AI overview. They were like, shit, why would we get involved with something that's not affecting us? This ain't affecting us. You see what I'm saying? So let's keep playing that video. That's not affecting us. As in, that's what France saying, like, look, we don't need to get involved with your bullshit. You see what I'm saying?
Counterterrorism Center Joe Kent resigned, claiming Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation, and that.
And yeah, that's true. And now you see, Benjamin Netanyahu right here. Which, where is he? You see what I'm saying? Can't nobody really find him. They doing AI videos of him. He's probably dead. With Iran bomb strike. You see what I'm saying? But now you see somebody resigned because she said Israel was not at war, but we know why. The least of the flock should draw them out. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep on playing.
Trump bowed to pressure from Israel. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt pushing back on that, saying the president had, quote, strong and compelling evidence that Iran was going to attack the United States.
Nah, and that's bullshit because if you see my last video right here, Babylon sending more troops to the Middle East, I went into the Greater Israel Project. The Greater Israel Project, long story short, they want to seize that land. You see what I'm saying? So they basically, the Tiny Top controls Babylon the Great. So basically, they're using Babylon the Great to do their bidding. You see what I'm saying? To gain up on that, because the Greater Israel Project is to seize Iran, all the Middle Eastern land, to basically for the NWO, And I got another video coming soon too, because they just did it's a mandatory biometric scanning for non-Europe people. I got the article, so I'm gonna do a video on that soon too, probably tomorrow, Lord willing. But yeah, so we already know that the least of the flock draw him out. So let's go to this. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou early greatly despised. And that's the Tiny Tots, man. You see? This the Amalekites. They're using Babylon the Great technically to do their dirty work, do their bidding. You see what I'm saying? And this is affecting all people. Saudi Arabia is affecting modern Americans. The squeeze is going up. The gas prices, inflation is going to get worse. And if they keep on blocking the streets of Hormuz, you see what I'm saying? Or Hamas, I don't know if I'm saying it right or not. It's going to be even worse. And you Americans, you Babylonians, y'all been so confident that war would never come on your doorstep. Now the war is coming to you. First, they're gonna try to deprive you from your resources, because what this damn devil just did, he backed himself into a corner. But now, as you can see the title, he using 5,000 pounds bombs, his sword, what he blessed with, to fight himself out. That's what he do. Every time this damn devil get backed up in a corner, he sits there and try to justify it with the sword, man. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
States first.
I always thought he was weak on security, very weak on security.
Two sources from inside the administration confirmed to Fox News Kent was not involved in briefings about Iran. Democrats claim the Trump administration has no plan for victory.
It seems like they're always a few hours away from hanging the next mission accomplished sign around here, and we continue to suffer.
President Trump's trip to China now officially delayed.
These are your leaders, man. These are your leaders, the so high IQ people who claim that their military might It's so damn powerful. Let me get the NLT version of Isaiah. We won't start at 10. Isaiah 19:10, the NLT version. They would be in despair, and all the workers would be sick at heart. What fools are officials of Zion? And Zion is basically like those three. Okay, example. This is like Washington D.C. Like in Revelation, it talks about the three unclean spirits. You got London, England, which is the headquarters. Then you get Vatican City, which is the religion headquarters. Then you got the military, which is in Washington D.C. Zion is like Washington D.C. Their best counsel to the king of Egypt is stupid and wrong. Will they boast to Pharaoh of their wisdom? Will they dare brag about their own wise ancestors? Where are you wise counselors, Pharaoh? Let them tell you what the Most High plans. What did the Lord of the heavens armies is going to do to Egypt? And yeah, this is what's going on. These military, the Babylonian military, they so dumbed down that they know that it's not their war, but they're like puppets. They're going to keep on pushing and pushing. Because remember, this is the same country that fought Iraq for 20 years and just said, fuck it. You see what I'm saying? Gave up. You know? But this is the so high IQ. We smarter than you. We built this nation. But now you got idiots in your military office who can't make a right decision. You see what I'm saying? Let's play some more of the video. One guy, he called it. He said, man, fuck that. Y'all, hey, this ain't it. You see what I'm saying? It was John K. So, Iran was no threat to us. You know, and they got no dude talking about we so close to mission accomplished. Nah, you're not. You're getting your ass whooped. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep on playing a little bit more.
Due to the conflict, as administration officials try to calm Americans, admitting the longer this goes on, it would hurt consumers.
If it were to be,
like I said, it's going to hurt us, the poor. It ain't going to hurt the rich. It's going to hurt the poor. And watch this damn demon. He going to say it really doesn't matter, you know.
extended, it wouldn't really disrupt the U.S. economy very much at all. It would hurt consumers, but that's like really the last of our concerns right now because we're very confident that this thing is going ahead of schedule.
Also today,
See, they're very confident that it's going to go ahead of schedule and it'll come to a ceasefire. No, this thing is going to keep on escalating, man. Iran has a plan for it. You see what I'm saying? Because what these damn Edomites did, like I said, they backed themselves up into a corner. Now they're trying to do what? They're going to try to justify it with the sword. And I know I keep stopping the video, but, you know, I just want to keep on allowing on because I know I ain't playing the whole 20-minute video. It's probably half of it. Let's keep on going.
President Trump once again calling for the Senate to pass the Save America Act, threatening Republicans that if they do not vote for it, they will not receive an endorsement from him. The Senate is now officially debating that bill, which could last for several hours to several days. At the White House, I'm Aisha Hasney, Fox News.
I'm going to show y'all how I trade in 60 seconds or less. All right, so step one, what you're going to want to do is find your daily buy. So you want to...
In the meantime, we just heard from the U.S. military that they're using 5,000-pound deep penetrator munitions in Iran. Take a look. CENTCOM posting this, saying hours ago, U.S. forces successfully employed the 5,000-pound deep penetrator munitions on hardened Iranian missile sites along the country's coastline near the Strait of Hormuz. The Iranian anti-ship cruise missiles in these sites, they say, posed a risk to international shipping in the Strait. Retired Marine Intelligence Officer, National Security Analyst, and the host of the Strap podcast, Hal Kempfer, is here with me. 5,000-pound deep penetrator munitions. Have we used these before?
Not that I'm aware of. This is the first time I think this particular one has been used. We've used some pretty advanced deep penetration ordnance, but this one is, as they're saying, this particular one was one that we've never used before. So I have to take their word on it, although it does sound similar to some other things that we have used. But these, one thing they've been doing, certainly for the last I want to say 5-7 years, is a lot of research and development on some of these unique.
And all this going on in the Middle East. Let's get a. We might come into Isaiah 19. Is that the KJV version? Scroll down. Yeah, so let's get Joel chapter 3, verse 14. Multitudes and multitudes of the valley of decision, which is Yahweh Shaphat, for the day of the Lord. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is near in the valley of decision. So that's going on right now. All these bombs and stuff are going on from the Middle East because it's the decision. See what I'm saying? Let's get 12. I should have got 12 first. Joel chapter 3, verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. For they were set to judge all the heathen round about. And that's what's going on. That's why there's so much war in the Middle East. Because it's all part of prophecy. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's really, really going on. So he jumping more and more bombs to it. But this video ain't going to be too long. We're just going to play a little bit more.
Types of ordnance that can take
this.
Israel, but every once in a while, we do see something get through.
Well, one of the things we've been seeing is that the Iranians have been putting cluster bombs.
I want to, all right, let's get to this part.
By their action, however, because I always considered NATO, where we spend hundreds of billions of dollars per year protecting these same countries, to be a one-way street. We will protect them, but they will do nothing for us, in particular, in a time
like, this is the part I want to get at.
Need, unquote. So Hal, from our allies' perspective, why doesn't it make strategic sense to get more involved in safeguarding the strait?
Well, there's a couple of things. First off, they've been taking a lot of verbal abuse, if you will, from President Trump for a while. He has said some pretty strong things. Denmark has had a really tough time. Let's just put it that way, because they have Greenland. And as you know, there was some talk about the U.S. militarily taking Greenland. So that, there's been some discussion there. And frankly, President Trump has been very candid in his remarks about other European leaders as well. I thought he was a little bit restrained on Keir Starmer, but the issue with these countries is twofold. Number one, they really, from a political perspective, you got to remember these are all democracies. They do not want to get pulled in to a Middle East war. The reality of their history is that yes, they did come to our aid. The only time Article 5 of NATO was ever enacted was to come to the defense of the United States after.
And as you can see, I got the words, but it says, Trump, U.S. allies won't help protect Straits of Hamas. You see? So that's the main thing. Now, hey, Baruch Yahweh Shah, because this is part of prophecy, because you know what Trump gonna do. He gonna get so angry. I know he gonna fuck around and try to drop missiles on his allies, and this is part of prophecy. As I read to you in Obadiah 1:7, his allies will end up turning him, but it's many more scriptures. Let's play a little bit more and get some scriptures, and then we're gonna ask AI overview. Why don't U.S. allies want to protect the Strait of Hormuz? You see what I'm saying? Because there's always details and numbers, and the reason why, like he said, they don't want to get brought into a Middle Eastern war. Because tell you the truth, it is hard to send carriers and submarines all the way across the damn world to fight a war. It's hard to fight a war when you're not in your own stomping grounds. And you keep on sending supplies over there. And Babylon the Great allies, they don't see that it's worth it. Get it involved, And Trump feel like, damn, we fucking help y'all out, but now you're not gonna help us out. You see what I'm saying? But that's the spirit that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is putting in these damn nations to be. Let's get Proverbs 21, which is one of my favorites now. Proverbs 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua, as the rivers of water, he turn whatsoever he will. So he's putting the spirits on these allied nations not to help against Babylon. You see what I'm saying? Now it's like, what the now Trump like, damn, like, hold on, we gave y'all aid. Now we know Ukraine sent a couple drones over there, okay, 'cause, but that ain't compared with how America helped the Ukraine. So now it's kind of it's a shit show. It's basically a shit show in the Middle East right now, because like, your allies is not gonna back you up now. Basically, you shit out a lot, and then the tiny tops military ain't they ain't doing much. You see what I'm saying? You wasting billions of dollars, and now they don't want to get involved, because now remember, the Strait of Hormuz is only getting stopped. Basically, they are allowing China boats and different boats to go past. Because remember I told you it's a choke point, an important choke point for trade. But America boats are not getting past, or tiny tops boats are not getting past. They basically shooting those boats down. So now the allies like, shit, we need our resources. We ain't gonna be starved and deprived out. As in Cuba, now Cuba's getting starved out because Trump basically seized their oil shipment. Now he trying to make a deal with them. You see what I'm saying? So it was like a Uno reverse card. Now it's gonna happen to America, how you can't go to the Straits of Hormuz or Hamas with your resources, but now he gonna do what? Send more missiles, and keep bombing it. To try to put fear. But Iran, how about you make sure I put a spirit on them leaders? Like, nah, we ain't gonna move. We gonna stay at 10 toes. You see what I'm saying? Let's go back to the video. Let's a little bit more.
9/11. And these countries sent their troops to Iraq and Afghanistan and elsewhere around the world in the global war on terror. And I think, for example, with Denmark, I think they suffered more deaths of Danish military per capita of any country in the world, more than we did. So
basically, Babylon allies saying it's not worth it. It's like the counting the cost to help you out with your issues. It's not worth losing much, because remember, they don't gain nothing from this. You see what I'm saying? So the allies will lose out.
They have stepped up, and of course they looked at what came out of Afghanistan and how that's all ended and stuff. So they're very reticent to get involved. The other thing is they have domestic constituencies that are from the Middle East, that are Muslim, that have a very different opinion on what's going on with the war in Iran, and they're afraid that if they do this, and they have seen this in the past when they step into these Middle Eastern adventures, missions, whatever you want to call them, that they will have protests in the streets and have some other issues that pop up as well. So they're really reluctant to stir that issue as well.
Last thing I got to ask you about, we heard this from the Washington Post earlier today. They say Israel believes that Iranian protesters will get slaughtered if they take to the streets against their government again, because they say Iran's regime is not cracking and the IRGC would have the upper hand on the protesters. Let's say, Hal, that the U.S. or Israel did want to support protesters.
See, that's the main point when it gets so. Let's get, I believe it's Jeremiah 50. Said nations will not flow together. Slovakia. Maybe it's 49. No, 51. I know it's in nations shouldn't flow together. Oh, maybe it's 35. Slovakia. Dang, I can't flow together. Okay, yeah, here we go. I know it's one of them. So yeah, Jeremiah 51, verse 44. I will punish Baal and Babylon, and will bring forth out of his mouth that which he hath swallowed up, and nations shall not flow together anymore unto him, yet the wall of Babylon shall fall. And that's what's going on right now. All the nations are not going, are basically coming. They basically going against Babylon. You see what I'm saying? Their allies are turning against them. You know, they're not getting involved with their bullshit anymore. But they're also put the spirit on them to turn against their nation and destroy this nation. Because if you go up, which so you go to Jeremiah 51 verse 1. That said, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yoshua, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that they were in the midst of them, rise up against me with a destroying wind. You see what I'm saying? Because we know that this place is going to be destroyed by nuclear destruction, by nuclear fire. But all her allies is going to turn against her. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's going on right now, because Trump he probably mad, like, yo, we basically help y'all out. Now you're not gonna help us out. So what we gonna do? Trump might fuck around send the Mossad as his allies. Yeah, but let's keep on going down. Then I'm gonna get Revelation 17, because I want to get that, nations not gonna flow together no more. You know, this is not it's not worth it to get involved with their bullshit. Yeah, that's the only thing I wanted from here. Fear. Excuse me. Yeah, let's get Revelation. It's a 17. I'm tired. Let's start at 15. He said to me, the waters which I saw is which the horse sitteth, and peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues, and the 10 horns thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For the Most High put in their hearts to fulfill his will, to agree to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over kings of the earth. That's talking about Babylon the Great, which is known as America, the great whore. You know, the 10 horns, which is her allies, is going to turn on her. You see what I'm saying? As they're doing right now, they said, no, we're not getting involved with your war, your bullshit. You see what I'm saying? As I broke out to out in Obadiah 1-7. Now Esau, they know they fucked up because they got themselves in a war that they can't get self out. Now they're trying to justify with the sword, bombing and more missiles and everything. But it's not working. And Salakia for the noise in the background. It's a coffee maker making that noise. But yeah. But like I said, when I read to you Proverbs 21 verse 1, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So now Yahweh Shemashos put a spirit on these allied nations not to help and not to step in or intervene. You see what I'm saying? So that's a big pull. Let's go ahead. So look, let's go ahead. And that's AI. Why U.S. allies not protecting trace of Hamas. Now we already know why, because of the resources and they don't get involved, but it's always a little bit deeper, you know. So, just the AI overview. U.S. allies, including NATO members, European nations, regional partners like Japan and Australia, have generally declined to show significant reluctance to join the U.S.-led military coalition to secure the Strait of Hormuz. This then stems the combination of a diplomatic strategy and political factors following the outbreak of conflict between U.S., Israel, and Iran. Not out of war sentiment. European allies, particularly Germany, have explicitly stated that the conflict with Iran is U.S.-led war rather than a NATO mandate, which is designed for territorial defense. Many countries refuse to be drawn in while they're at the war. Yeah, because it is the war that the small hats made Babylon the Great getting involved in. You see what I'm saying? Avoidance of escalation. Many allies include Spain, France, emphasize a diplomatic approach over military action, fearing that sending warships will further escalate tensions and make them targets for Iran. See, hey, Iran is nothing to play with, man. You see? Iran is nothing to play with. Strained relationships with U.S. That the refusal reflects strained relations with Trump and administration allies, expressions reluctance to a sense after being left out decision-making process of initial attacks. Opposition to direct action. You know I'm tired. With some allies like France have expressed willingness to help maintain freedom of navigation. They have generally conditioned this on its hottest phase of conflict ending. Military strategy concerns. Some European natives are better suited for anti-submarine warfare rather than shallow water. Convoy escort missions needed to the Strait. They are shared with the U.S. not properly managing military operation. Yeah, they're being reckless. You see what I'm saying? All alternative strategies. Some nations are choosing to focus on diplomatic efforts, in some cases negotiating deals with Iran for safe passage for their tankers rather than relying on U.S.-led military solutions. See, so they're basically turning their back on a great whore. So they even talking to Iran, look, give us a safe passage for our oil tankers, and you can blow up America shit. You know, and that's the spirit, you know. Let's go and get Obadiah again, because basically they talking behind America's backs. You know, we got this in the beginning. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7. All the men in your confederacy shall force you to the border, Salakia, NLT. Obadiah 1, verse 7, NLT. All your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you the peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your treacherous fans will set traps for you and won't even know them, and you won't even know about it. And that like a negotiation directly with Iran for safe passage. That's basically going behind NATO back. You see what I'm saying? America's back. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. They say, nah, we're not gonna bomb you. We're not gonna help out you. We want peace. You know, this is not our war. We just want the resources for our people. You know, so hey, man, you know, that's all. That's basically what's going on. So, hey, Lord willing, if I let you edify, you got something from it, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. I want to give all glory, praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, Shalom.